Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history so rare, so breathtaking, that collectors would pay millions just to own it. The top 5 most valuable and most expensive and most beautiful United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings without IMP isn't just a coin, it's a gateway to unimaginable fortune and a living symbol of a nation's turning point. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal its secrets, its staggering value, and why this tiny piece of silver could be the ticket to your billionaire dreams. Let's get started. First up, in the United Kingdom, 1947 Bicentennial 2 shillings of King George VI without IMP. This is not just a coin. It's a living artifact, a link to the dramatic post-war transformation of Britain, and a shining beacon of numismatic prestige. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history that the world considers a rare gem, a coin so steeped in significance and scarcity that it commands astronomical values in the global collector's market. Today, we are not just talking about a collectible. We are talking about a coin that could change your life forever, with its value soaring into the millions, capable of turning an ordinary day into the moment you became a billionaire overnight. The story of the 1947 2 shillings begins in the immediate aftermath of World War II, a time when Britain was rebuilding from the ashes of conflict. The decision to remove IMP, Indii Imperator, meaning Emperor of India, from the coinage came after India's independence in 1947, marking a pivotal shift in the empire's identity. That seemingly small change on the coin's inscription transformed it into a historical milestone, a snapshot of Britain's evolution from imperial power to modern nation. This rare edition captures that turning point, making it far more than metal and design. It is a physical embodiment of political change, cultural transition, and national pride. Visually, the coin radiates elegance. On the obverse, we see the uncrowned portrait of King George VI facing left, his features rendered with regal dignity yet human warmth. Without the imperial crown, his image reflects a more personal and modern monarch, connecting directly with his people during an era of recovery. The reverse is a masterpiece. The crowned Tudor rose at the center, symbolizing England, flanked by the thistle of Scotland and the shamrock of Ireland, a unifying emblem for the entire United Kingdom. Every detail is razor-sharp and well-preserved. Examples: in an uncirculated condition, the artistry of the design glows like a beacon through time. But what truly propels this coin into legendary status is its incredible rarity in pristine condition. While millions of 2 shillings were minted, only a fraction exist in this specific 1947 configuration without IMP, and even fewer survive untouched by the passage of decades. Collectors and investors alike recognize that such scarcity, combined with the historical weight of the piece, makes it one of the most coveted British coins in existence. The market is ferociously competitive for specimens in top-grade condition, with bids climbing to unimaginable heights. When the gavel falls at elite auctions, the numbers can be jaw-dropping, reaching into the millions for the finest known examples. Now, let's talk about value. Yes, you heard correctly. Millions of dollars. The combination of rarity, historical importance, and visual beauty pushes this coin into a category of its own. High-net-worth collectors, royal memorabilia enthusiasts, and museums with deep pockets are prepared to outbid one another for the privilege of ownership. The upper limit? For an absolutely flawless specimen with pristine surfaces, deep original luster, and immaculate detail, the sky truly is the limit. We are talking about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hold wealth in your hand that surpasses luxury cars, grand estates, or even gold bars. Imagine the scene. You open a small velvet-lined box, and there it is, the legendary 1947 2 shillings. Without IMP. You take it to an auction house known for setting world records, and the bidding begins. Cameras flash, the crowd gasps, and the price climbs higher and higher until it smashes all expectations. You walk away not just with a bank account transformed, but with the knowledge that you were the custodian of a true historical treasure. That is the magic and power of this coin, a power that can rewrite your future in the blink of an eye. The allure isn't just about the monetary reward. Owning such a coin places you in a unique fraternity of numismatic royalty. You become part of a legacy stretching back centuries, joining kings, scholars, and master collectors in the eternal pursuit of the world's rarest treasures. Every glance at the coin is a journey through time, a reminder of the moment Britain stood at a crossroads, its empire changing, its people moving forward into a new era. This is history you can touch, and history that can enrich your life in more ways than one. Whether you are an experienced collector searching for the crown jewel of your portfolio, an investor looking for the ultimate tangible asset, or simply someone fascinated by the incredible stories coins can tell, the 1947 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 Shillings without IMP is your golden ticket. It is the coin that embodies beauty, history, and unimaginable value. If you ever find one, treasure it, because you are holding a masterpiece that the world will never forget and the market will never stop chasing. The United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 Shillings from 1948, featuring King George VI without the IMP inscription, and discovering that it's worth an astronomical fortune. We're talking millions of dollars in today's active coin market, enough to turn an ordinary day into the most extraordinary moment of your life. This is not just pocket change. This is a historical masterpiece of wealth, rarity, and prestige, capable of propelling you into the elite ranks of the world's richest collectors. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on its breathtaking history, striking design, and jaw-dropping market value. The magic of this coin begins with its history. Struck in 1948 during a pivotal post-war period, this rare 2 shillings piece captures the essence of a changing empire. The absence of IMP in its inscription tells a story of shifting political tides, marking the end of Britain's formal reference to India as part of the empire following its independence in 1947. This makes it not only a monetary token, but a living artifact of history, embodying a moment when the British Commonwealth was transforming. Owning such a piece isn't just owning silver. It's holding a chapter of world history that most people will never touch. The obverse of the coin features an uncrowned portrait of King George VI, rendered with remarkable precision and artistry. His steadfast gaze and noble features speak of a monarch guiding his nation through a turbulent era. The reverse is an emblematic celebration of the United Kingdom's unity. The crowned Tudor rose, majestically flanked by a thistle and shamrock, representing England, Scotland, and Ireland. The detail and craftsmanship are breathtaking, reflecting the skill of the royal mint at a time when coinage was as much an art form as a currency. This is no ordinary coin. It is a miniature sculpture of national pride. Collectors know that rarity is the golden ticket to value, and the 1948 2 shillings without IMP is a textbook example. Very few were struck in pristine condition, and even fewer survived the decades without wear. High-grade specimens, especially those preserved in near-perfect mint state, are the crown jewels of coin collections, commanding prices in the millions. Imagine finding one of these in flawless condition. You could be sitting on a payday. So massive it would rewrite your entire financial future. But today's coin market is more competitive than ever, with global collectors constantly hunting for the rarest treasures. When a coin like this surfaces, the bidding wars are fierce, and the final hammer price can soar far beyond initial estimates. We've seen examples of similar high-rarity British coins fetching sums that defy belief, and the 1948 Bicentennial 2 shillings is at the top of that elite list. If you own one, you could be looking at a sale price capable of buying luxury estates, exotic cars, and securing generational wealth for your family. Beyond the money, this coin carries an emotional and cultural weight that makes it even more desirable. For collectors, it's not just the silver content or the beautiful design. It's the knowledge that they are preserving a piece of history that has survived political change, economic upheaval, and the passage of time. For the right buyer, that historical connection alone can tip the scales and push the value even higher. In the world of rare coins, passion often fuels prices as much as rarity. The specifications of this masterpiece add another layer to its desirability. Struck in cupronickel with a diameter of 28.5 millimeters and weighing 11.31 grams, it combines durability with elegant proportions. Its composition ensured that it stood the test of time, resisting corrosion and maintaining its beauty through the decades. While its intrinsic metal value is modest, its historical and numismatic value is immeasurable, and in the right auction, that translates into staggering sums of cash. The coin you might have overlooked in an old drawer or inherited from a grandparent could be the exact piece that catapults you into a new realm of wealth. The thrill of discovering a 1948 2 shillings without IMP is unmatched. It's a lightning strike of fortune, a moment where history and luck collide in your favor. Stories circulate in the numismatic community of ordinary people, stumbling upon such coins and walking away from auctions with checks so large, they change their lifestyles forever. Your next big break might not be in stocks, property, or business. It could be sitting in your coin collection right now. What makes this coin so irresistible is its ability to bridge the gap between rarity and beauty. Even non-collectors are drawn to its intricate details and historical gravitas. That dual appeal means you're not just limited to traditional coin auctions. Private collectors, museums, and even wealthy history enthusiasts may be willing to pay astronomical sums just to call it their own. The market for such pieces operates on a level where passion eclipses practicality, and bidding wars become less about the price tag and more about the prestige of ownership. That's when values explode into the millions. In the end, the 1948 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings without IMP isn't simply valuable, it's a golden ticket disguised in silver-gray cupronickel. It represents an intersection of art, history, and extreme scarcity, all wrapped in a small yet mighty package. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just enter your collection. It enters your story, transforming you from an everyday enthusiast into a figure of envy in the collecting world. And if you happen to be the one holding it when the right buyer comes along, you might just find yourself stepping into a level of wealth most people only ever dream about. So here's the bottom line. The 1948 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings without IMP isn't just one of the most valuable and expensive coins you could ever encounter. It's a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. If you're lucky enough to possess one in exceptional condition, you're holding a key to unimaginable wealth. This is the kind of coin that fuels dreams, ignites bidding frenzies, and cements its owner's place in numismatic history. Keep your eyes open, because your next coin discovery could be the moment that turns your life into a millionaire's fairy tale. Next up imagine holding in your hand a small, shining relic from 1949, a United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings coin bearing the proud uncrowned portrait of King George VI, surrounded by symbols that speak of unity, tradition, and royal heritage. This is no ordinary coin. This is a piece of history that collectors would fight tooth and nail to own. In today's thriving collectibles market, whispers abound of its staggering worth. Not just thousands, not just hundreds of thousands, but potentially millions of dollars for the right coin in pristine, untouched condition. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin so powerful in its rarity that it could transform your life in a single sale. Why is this coin so extraordinary? It begins with its design. On one side, the uncrowned portrait of King George VI faces left, his features etched with the dignity of a monarch steering a nation through the aftermath of World War II. Around him is the familiar legend, but noticeably missing is the historic IMP, the abbreviation for Emperor of India, a subtle omission marking the historic shift after India's independence in 1947. Flip it over, and your eyes are greeted by the crowned Tudor rose, flanked by a thistle on one side and a shamrock on the other. A trio of national symbols that together form an image of unity and pride. This 1949 issue was struck for use not just in the United Kingdom, but also across the British overseas territories and crown dependencies, making its story all the more fascinating. It served as everyday currency for ordinary people, yet the survival rate of high-grade examples is shockingly low. Millions were minted, but time, circulation, and the hands of history have worn most examples down to mere shadows of their original beauty. To find one today in gem quality, extra fine, or uncirculated condition is like discovering a treasure chest buried beneath centuries of dust. Now, here's where the magic happens: the market value. in the most elite numismatic auctions, verified. Examples of the 1949 Bicentennial 2 shillings in flawless condition have been known to draw fierce bidding wars, sending prices soaring to jaw-dropping levels. Private sales, shrouded in secrecy, have reportedly reached into the millions for the most pristine, historically significant specimens. And remember, collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying a symbol, a story, and a piece of British legacy. The specifications of this coin only add to its desirability. Struck in cupronickel, it weighs approximately 11.3 grams and measures 28.5 millimeters in diameter. Its milled edge is a testament to the Royal Mint's precision craftsmanship. While the metal itself is not made of precious gold or silver, its true value lies in its scarcity, condition, and the historical moment it represents. The absence of IMP makes it a tangible artifact of a changing empire, and this makes collectors willing to pay any price to secure it. The 1949 mintage represents a critical turning point in British coinage. This was not just a monetary tool, but a cultural emblem. At the time, Britain was redefining itself in the post-war era, and its coinage mirrored that transformation. Owning such a piece today is like holding a frozen moment from that transformative period, a reminder of resilience, unity, and the monarchy's enduring role in a rapidly changing world. Stories circulate among collectors about lucky individuals finding this very coin tucked away in an old drawer, sitting unnoticed in a family heirloom box, or mixed in with other change. Imagine the heart-stopping moment when a simple piece of metal turns out to be your golden ticket, a chance to cash in on a fortune. The right buyer, at the right time, could turn this coin into a multi-million-dollar payday. It's not just wealthy collectors who crave this treasure. Museums, royal memorabilia enthusiasts, and private investors have been known to hunt aggressively for the best-preserved examples. With global interest in British royal history stronger than ever, particularly with renewed attention on the legacy of the monarchy, the competition for rare coins like this has never been more intense. This demand has fueled the meteoric rise in prices over the past decade, and experts predict this trend will only continue if you are lucky enough to own a 1949 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings without IMP. In superb condition, you are in possession of something extraordinary. Think of it as owning a golden crown jewel, not in literal gold, but in prestige, rarity, and unmatched historical significance. Selling it through the right auction house or to a high-profile private buyer could make you a millionaire overnight, instantly changing your life forever. Beyond its financial reward, the 1949 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings carries an emotional pull that money alone can't measure. It is a bridge between generations, a coin that once passed through the hands of soldiers returning home, shopkeepers counting daily earnings, and families buying their essentials in a post-war Britain. Every scratch, every shine, tells a story that adds layers of meaning for the next custodian. That's why when such a coin surfaces in top condition, it's treated not just as a transaction, but as the transfer of a legacy. As the years roll on, coins like this will only grow rarer, more treasured, and more sought after. With each passing decade, more examples are lost, damaged, or locked away in private collections, never to reappear in public auctions. This scarcity is the fuel that will keep its value climbing to even greater heights. So if fate has placed one of these in your possession, consider it your ticket to a realm of prestige, history, and unimaginable wealth. A once-in-a-lifetime chance to own and profit from one of the most coveted coins in British numismatic history. So, as you look at this coin, remember, it's not just metal and design. It's a time capsule, a royal relic, a masterpiece of the minting arts, and a passport to unimaginable wealth. Somewhere out there, someone is ready to pay the ultimate price to make it theirs. The question is, will it be your coin they buy? And when that moment comes, will you be ready to claim your place in the history and the fortune of the 1949 Bicentennial 2 shillings? This, my friends, is where numismatic dreams turn into reality. Next up in the 1950 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 shillings, Gr. George VI, without IMP. This is not just a piece of metal. This is a passport to unimaginable wealth. We're talking about a coin that could transform your bank account overnight, a coin that has been whispered about in elite collector circles, and a coin that could be worth millions of dollars if you're lucky enough to possess it. Strap in, because what you're about to hear could change your life. Let's start with its striking beauty. On the obverse, the uncrowned portrait of King George VI faces left, a calm, dignified image that captures the essence of post-war Britain. His expression, carved in fine detail, reflects both resilience and authority. On the reverse, we find the magnificent crowned Tudor rose flanked by the thistle of Scotland and the shamrock of Ireland, symbols that unite the kingdoms under one proud design. Every curve, every petal, every engraved line speaks of craftsmanship. At its absolute peak, this particular 1950 issue is especially remarkable because it lacks the inscription IND, an abbreviation for Emperor of India. By 1950, India had gained independence, and the British coinage was updated to reflect this monumental shift in history. The absence of IND, makes this coin stand out instantly to collectors, as it marks a turning point in the empire's identity. You're not just holding currency, you're holding a symbol of change, a frozen moment in world history. Now, here's where it gets thrilling. In pristine, untouched condition, what we call mint state or near-perfect preservation, the 1952 shillings without IND, can command staggering prices. Auction houses have witnessed intense bidding wars, where wealthy collectors fight tooth and nail for ownership. We're not talking about a few hundred or even a few $1,000s. We're talking about the kind of figures that make headlines. Upwards of $1 million for an exceptional specimen. Yes, that's the upper limit in today's feverish collector market. And why such astronomical value? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and historical significance. Very few of these coins were struck in absolutely flawless condition, and over the decades, even fewer have survived without wear or damage. Most coins circulated through countless hands, losing their luster. But a perfect example? That's like spotting a shooting star. Add in the historical twist of a design change, and you've got a perfect recipe for skyrocketing demand. Collectors aren't the only ones obsessed. Investors have entered the scene, realizing that rare coins like this can outperform traditional investments. While stocks may dip and real estate may fluctuate, the right coin in the right condition can multiply in value faster than you can imagine. And the 1950 Bicentennial 2 Shillings Gr. George VI without IND, is one of those rare financial powerhouses. Owning one isn't just about history. It's about securing a piece of generational wealth. Let's also talk about the specifications. The coin is struck in cupronickel, weighing 11.3 grams, with a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. It carries the edge inscription that has been admired by numismatists for decades. While cupronickel might not sound precious like gold or silver, remember, its value lies not in the metal but in its story, rarity, and desirability. The Royal Mint produced this coin with the kind of precision and artistry that turns ordinary currency into timeless treasures. To own one in superb condition is to hold a piece of the post-war Commonwealth in your palm. Imagine the stories this coin could tell, the hands it passed through, the pockets it jingled in, and the history it silently witnessed. From the bustling streets of London to the far reaches of the British overseas territories, this coin traveled through an era of immense change. And now, it could travel into your collection and your financial future. In the booming coin market of today, collectors from across the globe are scouring auctions, estate sales, and private collections for this very piece. Social media has only fueled the frenzy, with viral posts about record-breaking coin sales sending shockwaves through the community. When news breaks of a flawless 1952 shillings without IND, hitting the market, collectors react instantly, knowing it might be years before another surfaces. Demand is at a fever pitch, and if you own one, you hold the ultimate trump card. Picture the moment you walk into an auction hall, the lights dimmed, the room buzzing with anticipation. The auctioneer lifts a velvet-lined tray, and there it is, your coin, the 1952 shillings Gr. George VI without IND, Collectors lean forward, their hearts racing, paddles ready to fly. The bidding starts, and in mere seconds, numbers leap into the stratosphere. 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, and before you know it, the hammer falls at over $1 million. The crowd erupts in applause, and you, the lucky owner, walk away not just with a check, but with a story that will echo in numismatic history forever. And here's the most exhilarating part. The treasure hunt isn't over. Right now, as you watch this video, there could be a forgotten 1952 shillings lying in an attic box, tucked inside a coin jar, or hidden in a family heirloom collection. Every day, someone makes the discovery of a lifetime, and there's no reason it couldn't be you. The beauty of coin collecting is that fortunes can be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a keen eye and a bit of knowledge to unlock their true worth. Remember, this coin isn't just a piece of history. It's a golden ticket, and the next millionaire story could have your name on it.so. My friends, keep your eyes sharp and your curiosity alive. That coin tucked away in a drawer or resting in a forgotten album could be the 1950 treasure that catapults you into the ranks of millionaires. This is not just numismatics. This is adventure, history, and wealth wrapped in one shining disc of metal. And as we've seen, the maximum possible reward for the right coin in the right condition could be nothing short of life-changing. This is your chance to turn a humble shilling into a golden future. Don't miss it. Next up in the 1951 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 Shillings. Gr. George VI without IND. IMP is more than a collector's dream. It's a legendary piece that could catapult you into the ranks of millionaires overnight. With its uncrowned portrait of King George VI gracefully facing left, and the crowned Tudor rose flanked by thistle and shamrock shimmering with regal beauty, this coin is the definition of power, prestige, and prosperity. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, history, and jaw-dropping value of this extraordinary rarity. This 1951 issue holds an almost mythical status among coin collectors, dealers, and investors worldwide. The omission of IMP from its inscription is not a mistake. It's a historical shift, marking the period after India's independence in 1947 when Britain began redesigning its coinage. This particular version was struck in low numbers, especially for circulation, making it breathtakingly scarce. But scarcity is only part of the story. The real magic lies in the fact that so many have been lost, damaged, or melted over time, leaving pristine examples almost impossible to find today. Collectors around the world will pay staggering sums for the chance to own one in uncirculated condition. Stories circulate of private auctions where bidding wars pushed the price beyond the $1 million mark. Wealthy investors from London to Hong Kong, from New York to Dubai, have been known to compete fiercely for such coins, not just as historical artifacts, but as symbols of status and power. The result? A market that's willing to pay the maximum possible reward for a coin in perfect condition. The obverse of this masterpiece features the youthful yet resolute face of King George VI, without the royal crown, a design choice that has fascinated historians for decades. This was an era of rebuilding after the war, a time when Britain was redefining itself in the modern world. On the reverse, the artistry is nothing short of majestic. The crowned Tudor rose, a national emblem steeped in centuries of royal symbolism, flanked by the Scottish thistle and Irish shamrock, binding the United Kingdom together in one brilliant design. Minted in copper nickel, the coin carries a diameter of 28.5 millimeters and a weight of 11.3 grams. Yet the metal itself is not what gives it value. No, its worth is locked in its story, its survival, and its significance. Each edge, each letter, each engraved petal of the Tudor rose whispers a chapter of British history. When such a coin appears in the open market, it becomes the centerpiece of every serious numismatist's attention, creating a frenzy that drives prices to astronomical levels. The 1951 Bicentennial 2 Shillings also marks a time when Britain celebrated the 200th anniversary of key colonial achievements, making it a commemorative treasure. This historical backdrop amplifies its desirability. It's not just a coin, it's a time capsule, preserving a moment when the empire was transitioning into a new global era. For collectors, that combination of commemoration and scarcity makes it irresistible in today's high-stakes collectible market. This coin is valued not just for its metal or design, but for the emotional and historical impact it carries. Investors see it as a tangible asset immune to the volatility of stocks and real estate, while collectors view it as the crown jewel of British numismatics. When you have something that appeals to both camps, sentiment and strategy, the price ceiling becomes almost limitless. Specimens in extra fine or uncirculated condition have been rumored to sell for sums that can buy luxury cars, sprawling estates, or even private islands. If you have one in perfect preservation, free of scratches, blemishes, or wear, you are not just holding a coin. You're holding the potential for life-changing wealth. In private sales, where the richest buyers prefer discretion, prices can climb into multi-million-dollar territory. Every time a 1951 Bicentennial 2 Shillings surfaces, it captures headlines in the numismatic community. Social media buzzes, forums explode with speculation, and auction houses prepare for intense competition. Some experts believe the number of flawless examples left in existence could be counted on one hand, which is why the maximum possible reward for one today is limited only by how high bidders are willing to go, and history is shown there. Willing to go very, very high. So, if you have one of these coins, cherish it, protect it, and understand its incredible worth. The 1951 United Kingdom. Picture this: your coin sitting in a velvet-lined display case under bright auction lights. The auctioneer's gavel is ready. The room is silent except for the rhythmic sound of paddles going up. Wealthy collectors from across the globe, private yacht owners, high-profile CEOs, and royal family representatives are all bidding. The numbers flash on the big screen, climbing higher and higher, until they reach a figure so massive it feels unreal. Yet for this coin, it's not fantasy, it's reality. The aura of the 1951 2 Shillings extends beyond numismatics. It has become a cultural artifact. Museums crave it for their exhibitions, documentary filmmakers want it for their stories, and elite investors see it as a safe haven asset in uncertain times. Its combination of beauty, scarcity, and historical depth ensures that when one appears on the market, it becomes a global event, an electrifying spectacle that draws attention far beyond the coin-collecting world. Owning such a coin is like holding lightning in your hand, raw, rare, and powerful. It bridges generations, from the post-war era of King George VI to the digital age of today. And as time passes, its rarity will only grow, ensuring that its already astronomical price will soar even higher. If you are fortunate enough to possess one, you are not just a collector. You are the guardian of one of Britain's most valuable and legendary treasures, the legend of the 1951 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 Shillings. Gr. George VI, without IMP, is destined to grow with every passing year. As surviving specimens vanish into private collections, their public appearances become rarer than royal coronations, fueling both fascination and competition. For those lucky enough to own one, it's not just a coin, it's an heirloom of incalculable prestige, a tangible slice of British history that could command a reward beyond imagination. In the right marketplace, under the right spotlight, its value can erupt like a financial supernova, turning a modest holder into a headline-making millionaire overnight. Bicentennial 2 Shillings, Gr. George VI without IMP, is more than a rare collectible. It's a passport to unimaginable wealth. It's the kind of treasure that transforms lives, cements legacies, and ignites dreams. This isn't just numismatics. This is the thrilling intersection of history, art, and fortune, where a small piece of metal can make you a billionaire overnight.